Hello all and welcome. I'm the Realist Philosopher, and in this video I would like to talk about what we in philosophical circles refer to as the certainty principle. Now, this principle was made famous in a movie called Forrest Gump. Maybe some of you have heard of it. It's a well-known movie. Tom Hanks was in it. He played a guy who was, we could say, intellectually challenged, had a 75 IQ, went on to do great, amazing, wonderful things. It's a great movie, by the way. I know some of you out there, very young people, may not have heard of it, or if you've heard of it, you've not seen it. So if you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it because it's a very good film. Not very realistic. Not too many guys with 75 IQs become millionaires, but that's beside the point. Good movie, you might want to check it out. Anyhow, in this movie, this certainty principle was talked about by the mother when she told her son something that has become a very famous saying now that everybody likes to use in everyday nomenclature, and it's this: life is like a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, it just sounds so profound, doesn't it? It sounds so right. It feels so right, and it feels like it makes sense, right? Only it's 100% wrong. So let me explain. First of all, life is not like a box of chocolates, always. So this saying would have made more sense if it went along the lines of, life is like a box of chocolates, Forrest. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to get, right? But most of the time in real life, you know what you're going to get, correct? I mean, think about it. You make the right decisions, you live a good life, you study, you exercise, you eat well. Generally speaking, you know what's going to happen. You know that the next morning the sun is going to rise, and then when you go to bed, it's going to set, and it's going to rise again, and you're going to get up, and you're going to get in your car, and you're going to go to work, and you're going to work, and then you're going to come home. So in regards to never knowing what's going to happen in life, it's not accurate. It's not at all correct. Now, of course, the certainty principle dictates that you don't always know what's going to happen. And in truth, you could say that you never know with 100% certainty that the sun's not going to rise tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow the fuel in the sun gets used up, right? Or maybe the sun becomes unstable for some reason. Maybe some alien spaceship decides to shoot a torpedo into it, like in that crappy Star Trek movie, right? And maybe they've got some kind of technology that can make suns go supernova. I don't know. But maybe tomorrow the sun doesn't come up, and then we all die, right? Or maybe the Earth explodes. Maybe the Earth's iron core stops spinning, and we lose our electromagnetic field, and then that's it. We all cook like, Jiffy Pop in a microwave, right? You don't know, right? So the certainty principle, in truth, you don't know for sure what's going to happen. You can't be absolutely 100% certain that what happened yesterday is going to happen tomorrow. Now, you can be pretty sure, right? Depending on how you've lived your life. If you went to school, if you spent a lot of time developing your skills, if you've lived a good life, made the right decisions, then you can be fairly certain that you're going to have a good life. If you raise your kids well, if you treat them correctly, if you don't beat them up, or you drink too much, or do lots of bad stuff that sets a bad example for them, you can be relatively sure your kids are going to grow up okay. Not always, right? Sometimes there's that Ted Bundy or that Jeffrey Dahmer that's just some mystery and their parents did a good job as far as you know, and the kid still turns out to be a nut job that eats people and uses their skulls for soup bowls, right? You don't know. So, in the sense that you can't be 100% certain of anything, technically that's true. Technically, that is true, but never. Life is like a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're going to get. No. Most of the time, you do know. Most of the time, you do know that if you study in school and you decide on a good career, something that's useful, something that has a market for your services, for your skills that you will more than likely get a good job, right? Well, unless you're white, of course. You don't have affirmative action working for you. But generally speaking, if you do the right things in life, make the right decisions, and follow the right paths, generally speaking, you do know what's going to happen. You can be fairly certain. Now, of course, with 100% certainty, no. Nothing's 100% certain, right? You can make all the right decisions. You can do everything correct, raise your kids well. You can live a good lifestyle, exercise, eat right, and still get cancer. You can do a good job with your kids, they can still turn out to be a disaster, right? Because there's the uncertainty principle. You know, there is the random happenstance occurrence that is just a part of everyday life and reality that you can't control. So, yes, life is not 100% certain. That said, one thing is for certain. If you make good decisions in life, you're far more likely to have good outcomes than bad. And if you make bad decisions in life, you're far more likely to have a crappy life. And on that note, I will end this video by wishing you all a good day, and I hope you take care. Bye-bye.